Welcome guys, we are here the day before the first day of the event at Pikes Peak International Raceway. In case you're confused like I was the very first time I came here, there is a Pikes Peak Raceway that is not racing up Pikes Peak. So,
here.
And
does it look cool?
I'm starting to wonder if that little poor Jay-Z's got enough power to slide this NASCAR bank.
So this is going to be the B course, or the beginner course over here. We're going to have it set up kind of lower on the bank. We're playing right there. We're going to have like something set up like that. The A course, we're basically going to go down this pit row up into that NASCAR bank and go down into the road course. So it's a really fun layout. You'll have, I mean, you could use momentum to do it. You'll be fine.
I'm trying to run Trevor down, and he's got all them powers, but
I got all them G's.
And I made the mistake too. I got Trevor on a grippier tire this time around, where normally he's running like junk scrubs. So I kind of threw away my advantage. Normally I've got the tire on him, but now we got the real test.
Let's go set up the little beginner course, and then we'll go cruise through the big course.
Sounds good. All right, we're gonna try to chase down Levi in his E36 with the good old Rhino. You better wait up. Just get a little gap on him. This thing's so sick. Go.
Seems like that flows pretty well.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, but
It's kind of fun. I've never really gotten to have so much input like designing a course and stuff. So we're trying to make it safe and fun for the beginners so they don't crash their cars into the wall.
I'm going with the Aaron Losey theory. Like, I don't want somebody to come here like their first day and like crash their car, or like not have a course that's safe.
Yeah.
And but like also fun and feels like you're on a track, because we are playing around with a lot of bank and then this basically little like pit frontage road type of thing. We're trying to make it flow and make it feel like a track without being dangerous like the track wall.
Right here.
Yeah, you're good.
I think.
Levi said we could take his car for a quick rip. You wanna hop in? Here, I'll just leave it rolling because my lens keeps breaking. Dang, he's got a clear splitter, that's tight.
He has lights on it too.
Does he? Sounds neat. I think this will be my first LSE 36. Right?
He says it's really, he brags about it to me all the time, so I don't know. I haven't driven it yet. We've been talking about it for a while.
It's got a stiff gas pedal.
Got the torque.
Oh, the handbrake's up. I was like, why? It feels like it's dragging. So, do we come down around that other cone?
Yeah.
Did I hit a cone?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I hit a cone.
You hit that other one.
I was taking it easy.
I assume.
I hit a cone. Should we go? Can I go? Oh, he's going to fix it. Do you care if I try it again?
No, you're good.
Yeah. I was just trying to keep it like tame, and it feels good though.
Yeah, you're not really good. Just don't hit anything. You won't hurt it. You're not going to do anything to the car I haven't done. As long as you don't hit the wall with it, we're good.
Yeah, but you've done that before.
Twice, really hard.
That's better. You're like fully boy.
Yeah, this thing has a lot of angle. It has the SLR.
Oh yeah, dude, SLR feels so good.
The Chelsea Denofa SLR stuff.
Should we give her another hit?
Yeah, give it a try.
Or should I cool her down? What do you think?
Right? I mean, it's at 180. It's fine.
Yeah, so Trevor right now, he just replaced the VVTi solenoid. I'm doing a little bit of surgery in here with the new wheels. There's a little bit of rubbing. I rubbed before down here on this little, would you call it a pinch weld, Trev? Yeah. So what we're gonna do is just kind of notch it, and then I'm just gonna hammer it up real quick. So I don't know, I kind of feel guilty cutting up into such like a pristine chassis.
I'd feel bad too.
Yeah, but anyway.
Tommy, that guy's gonna go nuts.
Yeah, dude, this thing was mint, and then I ruined it, dude. Perfect. This shield looks nice. Give a quick update. We now have a new VVTi solenoid. Just put some fresh gas in the car and drain the old gas out. We also just changed the rear brake pads out to get some little better grab in there. Whoops. A little bummed that I probably could have gone a little bit more aggressive with the wheel spec in the rear than I thought. But the cool thing about these is I'll be able to use these on my Skyline. So I'll probably bring them back to Florida so I can have cool wheels for my Skyline. They fit decent. We got 265s. The fronts I think are a little bit tight, and we're probably going to want to raise it maybe an inch just to play it safe. It's not an aggressive track, but just to avoid any sort of issues or anything. Hopefully she rips. We're going to take it for a rip to see if it's any better, and then after that we're going to play around probably with the seat and then add a boost controller.
Are you recording? Yeah. Somehow we made it worse. I think we're missing a cylinder. Yeah, that's weird. It feels like it's faster though. Like it's making more boost now. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, maybe a coil came unplugged or something. All right, so we might have figured out the misfire issue. Oh yeah, look at all that. Look at that water down there.
Yeah. So I found one pretty big boost leak. There was like a line coming off the compressor housing over there. And then Trevor's gonna plug in the boost leak tester real quick. And we actually found that at some point this fuel rail was removed. Here, cap that one, yeah. And there's some pretty big leaks coming from the injector O-rings. So Trevor was able to fix a couple, but then the ones in back started leaking. So we might just run it and see how it is. I think it's gonna spool way faster just with the boost leaks that we have fixed, but it's kind of an involved process to pull everything off to be able to have access to those back there. I say we go take it for a rip real quick and then see if we need it. Because we got a boost controller on there now too.
Because if it feels like super solid, we'll just freaking send it, and then if you have some downtime tomorrow, we'll fix it.
Yep, good call. Definitely a little bummed to say the least. We tried whatever we could, fixing boost leaks, shimmed out the wastegate to put a little bit more tension on it. Can't get the car to hold over 10 pounds for whatever reason. Just keeps falling flat on its face. I don't know if maybe the injectors are still leaking and we can dial that out a little bit. Hopefully it'll work for tomorrow. It's a really fast track on that bank. I just kind of belligerently drove like a jerk, and I can get it to spin, but the trans like grinds and clunks, and I just hope it holds together enough to have fun and be worthwhile. But I don't even know if I'm gonna want to keep this thing for Super D because it's kind of a little bit of a mess. What do you think, Trevor? Yeah. There you go. You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah. I mean, it's... Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean...
It's a big ol' yikes from him, Chief.
I mean, it's just been put together since like 2015 and thrashed on, and...
I definitely don't think the oil filter has been changed probably in the last 2 years. And that's probably why it probably has low compression. Because there's probably a bunch of crap that's just been grinding away at those rings.
I mean, I showed you the inside of that thing. Do you want to look at that again?
Yeah, I don't think we showed her. At least I didn't show them. You probably showed them in your video.
Like this, there's like muddy going on the intake that goes down to the turbo. This is like the J-pipe.
Oh, so that's great. By the way, in addition to not having a clean oil filter, all that dirt's just getting sucked inside the engine. Yeah, well, that's like sandpaper to the rings.
I think it was like sucking like water. I mean, that could have been like muddy water. Like you've seen the air filter.
No, I know, but regardless, it's not good for the engine.
Oh, yeah, it's like kind of sanding it down. I mean, it doesn't like smoke though.
No, it's not terrible, but like...
Yeah, I mean, it could have definitely brought it all the way, like brought the compression way down.
The 1J car that we put together like feels like a rocket ship compared to that thing.
Yeah, and the 1J cars that I've had previously have been like super like gnarly too.
I mean, technically speaking, we could keep turning up the boost, but the thing is, it's kind of irrelevant.
Well, it's peaking at 20. It's just not holding it. It just falls way off at the top. And maybe the VVTi is not completely working still.
Yeah.
You know?
I do think though, if we fix those injectors, that might help because it's obviously still leaking quite a bit through there.
Yeah, a little bit of air.
But it's late. What is that? It'll probably be 1:32 before we get to bed.
120 right now.
It's already 1:20.
We still need to go to Walmart.
What?
We need to go to Walmart and get like water and Gatorade and stuff too.
Can I go sleep?
Yeah.
I'm like kind of jet lagged and we have to get up how early tomorrow?
Probably like 6:45.
Yikes. Hopefully it'll all be worth it. That thing does look kind of cool.
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah.
I wasn't talking about the car, I was talking about this guy right here. Yeah. I'm so jealous. Show them the spool. That 3076 on a 2J. Sure.
All that grip.
Oh, you're not used to having the sticky boys, are you?
Yeah, I wasn't used to. Oh, here we go.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Our cars are gonna sound really cool together. Close out the video here. We'll resume tomorrow at the track. This is gonna be a long one, guys. I can almost make a video just out of this right now.
Of like drift prep, all the bulk crap.
Oh wait, crap! I need a video to upload tomorrow, don't I? Oh, surprise! There's no more track footage. That'll be in tomorrow's video, guys.
Oh, we should have let you take this thing for a rip down the street.
I should have drove belligerently in the car now that it's like kind of a little bit better.
It's not loaded in the trailer yet.
I mean, I could go do a couple ignorance, you know,
Yeah.
just real quick for them. I don't know. Might as well, right?
I know how to hold a camera.
Yeah. Might as well be ignorant, right?
That is one in Rome, right?
When in Rome, might as well be ignorant. That's what I'm saying.
First shakedown. Adam drives so good when he doesn't care. He's just like.
That was tight.
I can't believe it was literally. It was right there. That's freaking the tire mark. If my stupid light would turn on. Look at that. He cleaned the edge of the trailer with the back tire. Holy crap, that guy's freaking nuts. He was committed though. That should be like the new man line for the shop.
Yeah, that was pretty good, wasn't it?
I kind of want to unload my car and do it now.
Stop pushing. Let's get to the track first.
Yeah. I mean, this thing sounds rowdy when you're doing it like that. I really like how you drive when you don't care.
Yeah. Got a little warm.
How warm?
It's going down.
Oh, that ain't warm. Shut up. I don't say mine's warm until 250.
I think my back wheels must go.
No.
Oh, there's a tire mark on the trailer.
This is clean. That's clean. You clean the edge of the trailer. That's rubber right here.
I didn't hit my rim though, right?
All right, load it up.
It's fine, isn't it? Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. Yeah, go. We need to go to bed. Right there's probably good. Can't find it, grind it.
What's this? Is that fuel?